Hello, Sunnycrest families, and welcome to Open House 2020. In this presentation, I will be sharing the information that was shared on Thursday night, October 1st at 6 o'clock p.m. First of all, let me introduce you to our admin team. I'm Kelly Maloney, the principal. We have an assistant principal. Her name is Molly Burkhart, and our dean, Tanea Jones. We want to start this presentation by thanking you so much for your partnership. We know that we couldn't be successful with remote learning if it weren't for the partnership we have with our parents, so thank you. In this meeting, we're going to go over our commitments to you regarding meals, technology, and school supplies. We're going to review some items from our Continuous Learning 2.0 plan, including some new Zoom expectations, the importance of attendance, and who to contact when you need support. In addition to that, we're seeking your feedback about what's working and how we can improve. And at the end of this presentation, parents were invited to attend presentations within the classrooms of their teachers. So there is a video on Flipgrid that we will share on our Facebook page, and basically these are just children and adults from our building telling you all the reasons why they think that Sunnycrest is a unique and wonderful place to go to school. Now I'm going to review our district commitments to you during remote learning. First of all, we are committed to serving meals to our families during school closure. We're committed to providing technology to allow you to access Launchpad to Learning and to engage in two-way communication with your child's teacher. We're committed to providing school supplies to each scholar and to delivering materials to you on a weekly basis on our School to You bus. There are several locations that are convenient for most families at Sunnycrest. Appian Way Apartments is one location. So every Wednesday from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. you will find food services at Appian Way Apartments. From 12:05 to 12:20 p.m. food will be delivered at the bus stop located on 34th Avenue and 256th Street in Kent. You can come to Sunnycrest Elementary between 12:30 and 2:30 p.m. each Wednesday, or Totem Middle School between 9:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. And of course, if you need a later pickup time, you can go to Thomas Jefferson High School and pick up food on Wednesdays between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. In addition, every Thursday, the School to You bus will be delivering various supplies to students around Sunnycrest. So this information was shared with you in our weekly newsletter, and you can look to find the bus stop closest to your home and the time. And each Thursday, those buses will be coming around to deliver school supplies. Now I'm going to review a couple important details from our Continuous Learning 2.0 guide. Just as a reminder, this 2.0 Continuous Learning Guide is embedded in every newsletter that I send out if you scroll to the bottom. And if you haven't checked it out yet, I encourage you to do so. It's full of valuable information for your family, and it's a great go-to reference for questions that you have about remote instruction. Let's review some important district-wide Zoom expectations. The first expectation is that scholars have their cameras on. This is important because it helps the teacher to be able to connect with the children, and it helps the children to be able to connect with each other. When the teacher can see their students, they're able to check for understanding. If your child chooses to use a virtual background, it must be school appropriate. This is in order to reduce distractions in a Zoom classroom. Make sure that when your child logs into school each day, they're logging into Zoom through their Launchpad to Learning. This is important because it helps keep our Zoom meetings secure, and it ensures that your child is getting marked present every day. Please make sure your children are keeping themselves muted unless the teacher has asked them to share. This is important because it helps everyone to hear and to learn. We also ask that your child uses the raise hand feature to let the teacher know when they would like to share. Just like in the classroom, we want to make sure everyone has a space to be heard, and it helps to prevent people from talking over one another. We ask that children only use the chat for answering questions or asking learning-related questions, as guided by the teacher. This is important because, again, it reduces distraction and it supports the teacher in using the chat to check for understanding. Make sure your child is logging in with a name that the teacher knows and recognizes. This is important again because we want the teacher calling on students by names to help develop and deepen relationships. It also helps to ensure accurate attendance is taken. In addition, we ask that you don't share Zooms for any of your classes. This is important because logging into the wrong Zoom is a distraction, and we want to maintain privacy and security in our Zoom classrooms. Attendance is important. Attendance matters, even in a remote setting. It's important that your child logs in each day and attends both the synchronous live instruction and completes the asynchronous or independent learning. Teachers will take attendance on their regular Zoom meetings on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Asynchronous learning is accessed through Launchpad to Learning. This is especially important on Wednesdays, and we'll get into that in more detail in a moment. You may report absences to the school or through the ParentVue application if your child is absent due to an illness, a medical appointment, or for technology reasons or any other reasons. We're excited to share that over 90% of Sunnycrest scholars have attended school each day from 9:24 to 9:29. We really want to ensure that we're having 90% or higher attendance each day of the week. So our next step is to make sure that all students are logging into Launchpad every Wednesday, and we want to get to 90% for 5 days in a row in a single week to earn a Spirit Day. It's important that your child logs into Launchpad to Learning every school day. You can access Launchpad to Learning by going to the website address learn.fwps.org. Bookmark this website on your child's computer to ensure easy access each day. Every child will log in and out of Launchpad every day, including Wednesdays. It's a one-stop location to access Canvas, iReady, and more. It also tracks your child's engagement and attendance for asynchronous or independent learning time. The last time I spoke with you, I talked about the importance of ParentVue. ParentVue is so important because it's where we communicate with you about your child's academic progress and attendance. Please log in regularly to check on their learning growth and talk with your child about how they are doing in class. We want to thank you for setting up consistent workspaces for your child. We notice that students have materials organized. We are appreciative of their regular routines and that you've set expectations for their learning. We appreciate the regular check-ins that families have been doing with their scholars each day and the questions that you're asking. And we're thankful for the activity that we're seeing in ParentVue. We want to remind you to continue to praise your child's efforts, celebrate their success, and practice gratitude. By now, you're probably pretty familiar with a day in the life of a remote scholar. Your child's schedule should be posted on their teacher's website, but we want to remind you that live instruction occurs each day at 9 a.m. or 12:30 p.m., and that the 9 a.m. session and the 12:30 session are a repeat of the same content. Make sure you ask your child's teacher if you have any questions about their daily live instruction schedule. This is just a giant reminder about Wednesdays. Wednesdays are school days. Scholars need to log into Launchpad to Learning. This is how we record attendance for Wednesdays. It's really important that your scholar logs on. Scholars will work on asynchronous assignments provided by their teacher. This may include online learning. It may include Ready Mathematics or Ready Reading, Independent Reading, Legends of Learning, or more. Some scholars will be invited to work with teachers and support staff in small groups on Wednesday. Please be sure to check your child's Wednesday schedule to find out what activities have been assigned for Wednesday. At this time, I want to share with you our attendance data over the last 3 weeks. One thing that I'm always looking at is that we have a high attendance to school. 90% or higher daily is our goal as a building. We're excited to see our attendance rates increasing day after day at Sunnycrest. And as you can see from this data, we're still struggling with logging in and attending school on Wednesdays. I'm asking for your cooperation and support in ensuring that your child logs into class on Wednesday and accesses Launchpad to Learning. Please help us to reach our 5-day, 90% or higher attendance goal so that we can celebrate with a school-wide Spirit Day. We want to remind you of the technology support that is available. Regular webinars to support you in using remote learning technology will be available throughout the year. In October, our remote learning technology support will be around ParentVue. Stay tuned for more information. Online technology support courses are also available for Canvas, Zoom, and Remind on our district website. If you're not sure how to access those technology courses, please ask me or our front office for support. Remote learning is new for all of us, and there may be times that you're feeling you need support. It's important that you know who to contact, depending on your need. If you have questions about your child's learning, assignments, or grades, you should first contact your child's teacher. If you have additional concerns, you can contact me, the principal. If your child is absent and you want to know how to access their work for the day, you can also go to your child's teacher to ask about missing assignments. We encourage you to look on the teacher's Canvas page for more information about the day your child missed. If you have feedback or input on remote or hybrid learning, you can attend one of my twice-monthly Zoom meetings, or you can call or email me. Both myself and the superintendent Zoom meetings will be communicated to you through emails and callouts. If you have questions about technology, you can access help from our ITS help desk at helpdesk@fwps.org, or you can call 253-945-2111. There are additional how-to guides available on the district website. At this time in our presentation, we're seeking feedback from our families. We asked families to share in the chat what's working and what needs to be improved. In addition to that, we want to make sure that we continue to listen to your voices. Hearing your opinions is really important to us, and it helps us to improve our practice. Our next parent Zoom meeting will take place on October 15th at 6 p.m. You'll use the same link to access that Zoom meeting that you use to access open house or other principal Zoom meetings. In addition to that, our Scholar Advisory started meeting, and we had our first meeting on September 30th. If your child is interested in being part of the Principal's Scholar Advisory, please let me know. Please make sure that you're looking for your email from Dr. Campbell each Friday. She's sharing important updates, including answering questions you might have about the reopening of schools. In addition to that, I will be sharing my principal message each week by Monday. In the principal message, you can find information about upcoming school events and activities, as well as information about resources to support your family. This is the point in time where we're asking for feedback from all of our families. What is working and what can we do to improve? What ideas do you have? If you were unable to attend open house, please feel free to email me your suggestions at kmaloney@fwps.org. At the conclusion of this presentation, families were invited to meet with their children's teachers from 6:30 to 7 o'clock or 7 o'clock to 7:30. If you were unable to attend your child's classroom session, please connect with a teacher to find out what you might have missed. Thank you again for your continued partnership. We're so excited to work with you and your family this year. Remote learning has certainly been an adventure.